angry and upset and determined.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
These parades and picket lines and demonstrators are trying to do is influence and intimidate our justices.
You know, if you take away our choices, we will riot.
We want justice! When do we want it? Now! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down!
For the benefit of the lawyers and for the federal agencies that deal with enforcing federal law, this is for them, not just the protesters. You know, I don't expect the protesters to read this, but I do expect federal law enforcement to know Title 18 U.S. Code, Section 1507, picketing or parading, whoever with the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, juror, witness, or court officer in the discharge of his duty, pickets or parades in or near a building, housing, or court of the United States, or in or near a building or a residence. My goodness, a residence, it actually is in the law, occupied or used by a judge, which is just 2 blocks from here, Judge Alito lives. So they know they're violating this law, and for those of you who don't read, I have read it out loud for you. And if people need help with that, what I've done, my staff has done this actually, so thank you to my staff for this. They've given me a little piece of paper where we spell it out so that they can bring it home and read it to their mom, or give it to their mom or dad, so their mom or dad can read it for them, or whoever their bail officer is. I mean, if they have somebody that's going to post bail, like a husband or a spouse, you know, something that's going to be, like I get bailed out a lot by my wife. So if they have a spouse that's generous with their time, with their effort, and, you know, has access to a credit card, this is what the law they're going to be charged with violating. This is the law. Now, they have up until 3 years under the criminal code to file those charges. So everybody who's on the videos going and trying to intimidate Sam Alito, 3 years is the criminal statute of limitations for being charged with intimidating a federal judge.
Protests took place outside Samuel Alito's home in Virginia on Monday. They followed protests outside Justice Kavanaugh and Chief Justice Roberts' homes in the D.C. area.
And the White House appears to be encouraging it.
You think the progressive activists that are now planning protests outside some of the justices' houses are extreme?
Peaceful protest? No, peaceful protest is not extreme.
The statute is incredibly clear. It basically says if you are parading or picketing in order to try to influence a judge, then it's punishable with up to a year in prison. That sounds illegal to me. And I just ask the Attorney General to enforce the law that's on the books.
We're keeping an eye out for people who are violating the law. There's your flyer. Let's keep an eye out for things that are going on. An eye out for our people who are violating the law around here, this neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, the hypocrisy from the left is really unbelievable. I mean, here we have the White House encouraging people to go out and to engage in what amounts to harassment, which, by the way, is illegal. Federal law says that you cannot picket or protest or harass justices with the purpose of trying to change their vote in a case. And that's exactly what they are doing.
We have not seen violence or vandalism against Supreme Court justices. We have seen it at Catholic churches.
Again, this is wrong. I mean, we have justices that have small children, they have neighbors and families, and this is wrong based on federal statute, and therefore it should be stopped.
I think it's reprehensible. Stay away from the homes and families of elected officials and members of the court. You can express yourself, exercise your First Amendment rights, but to go after them in their homes, to do anything of a threatening nature, and certainly anything violent, is absolutely reprehensible.
Keep it. And they're going to fight to keep murdering the innocent unborn. But I want you to dig in. I want you to dig in prayer and faith